Thanks for clicking on this video. They call me Tanner and I do marketing full-time for my employer. But before I was into this, I was a graphic designer. And while I was into graphic design, that's when I started doing my photo and video client work. But before all of that, I was a website developer. And before that, I was a website designer. And before that, I designed logos for people starting new businesses and services in my area. So collectively, within these past almost 10 years, I've developed a very vast expertise in visual communication, just to put like a broad statement or title to all of that, because it's all kind of broad, but it's all kind of like within a certain net. Today, I want to talk to you about something that is really interesting to me, and it's one of the reasons why I got a website design degree, and it's what most people miss whenever they're trying to judge or determine why something is as premium or not as premium as it is. And the whole like TLDR of all of this, just to save you time, is it's not the materials that the product is made out of, and it's not the price tag that is just like slapped onto the product, because typically people associate something that is premium with something that is expensive, and just because it's premium doesn't mean it's going to be expensive. But that might be like another video. And the answer is also not going to be like the product category it resides in. So just because it's like a very nice camera doesn't mean it's going to be $4,000 or anything like that. The answer to all of this is it's the perceived value shaped by your buyer's interpretation of everything, and that's obviously a bit too academic to resonate with someone who doesn't usually think about this regularly. So an easier, more digestible way to answer this is it's the signaling. It's their signaling that makes it appear as premium or not as premium as it is. And signaling isn't anything that I coined. It's not something that I came up with. It's very like umbrella term that is just used to describe our senses, everything that we touch, hear, see, taste, and smell, all coming together to interpret and create this perceived reality of everything. This is all part of creative direction, and I hope that you have some good takeaways from this video. And if you're excited to learn something new, go ahead and crush that like button, because that's going to support me. Let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about here. So I'm someone who obviously has all of his senses, all 5 of the senses. Actually, I have like horrible eyes. I have contacts in right now, and without my contacts, I can only see like maybe this far until it starts getting really blurry. They made me read so many books when I was in elementary school that it just ruined my eyes, according to my eye doctor. So let's just say I'm the average Joe, and here is this water bottle. This is just a metal water bottle that I got from Amazon, but it happens to be one of my favorite water bottles that I've ever not lost before. And this is a really good set of stickers that I have on it to show you my personal interests. So I can see the water bottle, I can feel the water bottle. I can't smell the water bottle, but I have the ability to smell. I can taste the water bottle, although I'm not gonna lick my water bottle. And I can hear my water bottle. I know this is a nice metal water bottle with like a, a good plastic sealed like lid. It's a good product, good solid product. But if I was someone who is blind, but I can still hear, and then I'm holding this water bottle, although I can't see it, I'm developing an idea of what this water bottle is like. Again, I can't see it. Also, if I'm someone who can see, but I can't hear, and I have this water bottle in front of me, I'm already developing a whole perceived reality of this water bottle, but it's going to be different than the blind version of Tanner, and it's going to be different than the 5 full senses version of Tanner. Things like that are really important to think about, because creative direction affects all of that. But sometimes based on different experiences or where we are in the world or just what's going on in our lives right now, we're going to interpret things completely differently than was probably intended. But the overall goal of this is to pretty much, I'm getting a little off track right now, but the whole point of this is to say there's no perfect way to say whether or not something is. People want to know that they're going to buy something high quality with their hard-earned money. People want to know that they're going to buy something good. So how do you communicate that to them without telling that to them? This is the power of creative direction, more specifically signal strength. Let me show you a really good example of this. So this is a brand that 99% of the viewers who are watching this video know exist. And if you're one of the 1% of viewers that don't know this brand exists, you are sleeping under a rock, and it's probably a really sick rock, because this brand is like extremely popular. This is Yeti. Yeti sells coolers, they sell tumblers, they sell drinkware to be very broad about what they do. You can look at about just every single item. Ooh, they have a purple item now. Purple's a great color. You can look at any of these items on this website, pretty much have a good idea on what they do, how to work with them, and they're not trying to be cheap at all. Like this insulated backpack, I'm not sure how much insulated backpacks go for. Actually, let's look that up. So according to Google, the average price of an insulated backpack ranges between 30 and 150 smackaroonies. The Yeti insulated backpack, 20 liter, $225. No cents either. It's just $225.00. Damn. To some people, that's a deal breaker, but to other people, that's a signal for something very interesting. So let's just look at their website real quick, and I will show you how to kind of determine their signal strength, which just mainly focusing on their website. And I'm going to mainly focus on the website because, in my opinion, based on my experience, the website still holds a higher place in the hierarchy of value compared to social media. Social media is very close, it's at the tippy top, but the website is at the tippy tip top. Social media is great for distribution and communication, but the website is still where you're gonna see a lot of the social media elements, but you're gonna see the actual product. Right next to the product is where you give them your payment information. There's so much value on the website that social media still doesn't have. Some social media websites enable you to shop on the platform. That's a newer technology at the time of this video, but still for most people, for 95% of the world still, business is going to be done, if not in store, in the website. So what I'm going to look for on someone's website specifically, not their social media, not anything else, just their website. I'm looking at the photography, I'm looking at their color palette, I'm looking at the product design itself, I'm looking at how they write about their products, I'm looking at how they write about themselves, and I'm looking at the price. And for the Yeti site collectively, I think they get the right amount of branding going on here. So this is what I mean by the right amount of branding. Their use of photography, lifestyle photography, is excellent. They still have the products in the, like, usually the foreground, or just like it's obviously the most in focus thing, it's the sharpest element on the photo. They have different users and what I would imagine the proper environment or an ideal environment. They're using mostly neutrals or earth tones for their color palette, and I appreciate that. They're reserving vibrant colors for, as far as I can tell, new stuff. Kind of cheapens it for me. If it's new, I should be excited about the product, not the color, but overall, big thumbs up for that. Product design, I feel that there was either a major focus devoted to over designing these products to be as simple as possible. Take that off. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to give them high quality materials, and we're going to charge them 3 times than it costs to have it produced. Maybe it's 5 times more than that it actually costs to produce these things. These products look really robust though, and they look like they're designed for me. So like the reason I like this metal water bottle over a plastic water bottle, the reason I put metal cages on my cameras is because I'm very rough with my stuff. Like it will get thrown around if I'm in a rush or if I'm really focused on something. If my phone could talk, it would tell you stories about when it just got thrown across the room because Tanner was really excited about an idea that he had. They got thick walls and heavy lids, this solid, robust design. People like that. You don't even need to say anything. They're going to get a sense of capability. They're going to feel prepared. It's a very authentic feeling, and those adjectives that I just listed are coming together to actually reveal the signal strength of Yeti. Capable, prepared, authentic. That's the type of customer that's going to be attracted and gravitated toward this brand. If you go to walmart.com and you type in 20-liter cooler backpack, here's one for $14.37. But because the creative direction of Yeti is excellent and their signal strength is signaling a very specific type of buyer, they're probably going to get more than half of those buyers. I would say at least half of those buyers. Probably 75% of those buyers are going to want to spend over $200 on the same type of product, but just because it's coming from a company that actually gets them, that resonates with them, that connects with them on a deeper level, that gets them by feelings, not just the product. I mean, it's 2026. If you're going to make a product, people expect the product to be great. That is unquestionable, and Yeti is nailing it. Spend $225, you'll get a really good product. So what is premium, and how do we know something is premium or not as premium as it is? That is achieved through consistently and intentionally communicating value, which is signaling across every interaction of your customer. So if we were to say these guys own one idea, Yeti, they own the idea of capability. capability. And hopefully it gives you an idea on how you can signal what your product represents or what you as a whole represent. But that's the video. I hope that you learned something new. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I had a fun time making this. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned something new, go ahead and crush that like button. That's going to support me. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, this is kind of like a different video for me. This is just me talking about something that I'm pretty interested in and I think is very interesting to kind of see as a consumer, but then also kind of sit down, open up the laptop and try to figure out like what is happening here and just writing down my thoughts. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss a video coming out in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.